From cool cocktails on a hot summer day to fresh seafood all year long, on this week's Food Friday, we're checking in with one of the Lowcountry's favorite spots on the edge of America, the Washout in Folly Beach. Joining us is operating partner Greg Marshall Jr. Good to see you.
Thank you. You too.
Happy New Year.
You as well.
So tell us a little bit about the Washout. How long have you been around?
The Washout's been around about 3.5 years. I've been there about 2.5 now, and loving every minute of it, even through all this craziness.
Yeah, tell us what the vibe is like over there.
Yeah, we kind of strive to provide a folly frame of mind, providing a relaxed, casual beach atmosphere, food for everybody. We've got burgers, wings, tacos, some local seafood, good drink selections, and just kind of constant happenings throughout our week.
And it sounds like when you opened your doors, it was well before COVID. So I'm curious how you managed to get through 2020.
Yeah, I mean, it was a challenging year for sure, but we managed to make it through. Of course, there was that period of time where we had to close down for a couple months. So we had to get pretty creative with what we were going to do moving forward. But we were fortunate that, all our staff came back and, we provided a safe place for them as well as for our guests to come join us.
Yeah, absolutely. So you kind of made some changes due to the pandemic, but it actually seems to be working for you. Maybe you can talk a little bit about your menu.
Yeah, absolutely. Prior to COVID, we had a pretty extensive menu. There's probably about, 35 items on there. And post-COVID, we kind of had to figure out what was gonna was gonna be best for us. So we decided to shrink our menu probably about half. And, we took some of our selections that people seem to really enjoy, as well as added a couple new things. And it's been working out pretty well so far.
Do you have a favorite on the menu?
I think the lobster roll is probably my favorite item on the menu.
What sets yours apart?
I think we kind of use a classic New England recipe that you don't see that often down here. We've got the classic split top bun, make a homemade aioli, and fresh lobster up from Maine.
Oh, that sounds so good. I love a good lobster roll, let me just tell you. But you're also known for your cocktails. Has your menu changed as far as that goes, or can anybody walk in and order whatever they want?
No, cocktails stayed the same. We've got a pretty decent selection going on, so those didn't change one bit. Cold drinks, can't go wrong.
Yeah, absolutely. Tell us about the events. You've got live music there. I mean, you were doing live music almost every day of the week before, but it hasn't really changed all that much. I mean, you still have live bands most of the week.
Definitely. The only thing we really did different was instead of having live bands on our patio, which is a little bit smaller area, we kind of shifted to doing our live music out. We have a parking lot that we've kind of capitalized more of a seating area now. So we kind of opened up that space and put a stage out there, and now live bands can play outside and, kind of an open air space, and it's worked out really well. And we're still doing live music, 5 days a week right now. And it'll be more than that, once we move into the busy season.
Oh, definitely. That sounds great. All right. Big events for 2021. You got something coming up?
We've got a few things down the pipeline. Of course, we're monitoring everything. We're trying not to have, too large of gatherings, but I think we can still hold some events while being safe. We're going to do a few fundraisers coming up in 2021. We want to do a couple little, some bigger live shows with some awesome bands,
and
while being safe.
People look forward to that one.
Yeah, Taste of Folly has been great for Folly every year that we do it. This year is going to be a little bit different, but we're still going to do something. I think all restaurants are still going to participate. We're going to have an oyster shucking competition on our property. We're going to come up with some cool menu items and some cool drink specials for that day.
That sounds like so much fun. All right. And then you've got the Art Village Farmers Market. It's a little bit on a hiatus right now just because of the season, but you're going to get going once again. So people come down, go eat at the Washout. Sounds delicious. It sounds like fun too. It's kind of a staycation for people who live in the area. Greg, I want to thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
We're back after this.